Done. Alright, let's see what else we got here. Is this not... This doesn't seem like it's... Did I lose camera feed? What's going on here? See if we can bump up the camera brightness a bit more. Filters, brightness. Close. Guess that's as good as it's gonna get. All right. All right. I think that's all I wanted to do. Okay. Oh. Okay. Guess we can get started. Excuse me. So, oops. The game looks a bit different than when I last streamed. I bought an asset pack because I was really sick and tired of looking at a whole bunch of bad art all the time. Every once in a while you need to work on things that really don't get you closer to the finish line, but make it so that you're happier while you're working. And looking at that art was like demoralizing. So let me see if I can get a sample of what this is supposed to look like. So yeah, so this is like an example of all the different tiles and blocks used together to make like a dungeon type looking type thing. I don't know. Obviously, this artist doesn't really do level design that much because this isn't really a usable level, but whatever. We will suit it for our needs. And again, this isn't going to be final art at all. This is just so I have something better to look at while I'm working on the game design. Okay, need more coffee. Okay, so right now it's just a flat plane because I was working on some gameplay programming stuff, and then I saw a bug. Not that bug, that was a bug in the pathfinding that I've known about for a long time. It was a bug where I got the game to crash, with a soft locked anyway, by pushing an enemy into the edge of the map. Okay, it didn't work that time. Okay, let's see. Turn off AI. See if we can recreate this. You know what? Let's get move you over there. And then AI is off. Let's go over here. Okay. And then turn AI back on. Then push. And we crash. Okay, great. So it's when we push one entity into another. So it looks like we're in a situation where a command isn't getting removed properly from the command queue. So we have a command is essentially a encapsulation of a move in this turn-based system. So, and then we're iterating through this queue of commands, which is a singly linked list. And on first blush, it looks like for some reason the command isn't being removed from the list properly. So I'm going to turn on some of our command debugging code. Is that big enough on the screen? Yeah, it's fine. Commands. Okay, so turn that on. Yeah, that should be good for now. All right, compile. Get the console in view. Okay, so turn AI back on. Add the spell. Soft lock. Okay. Pause. Okay, so we've got, what is the current command? ID 15. Okay. And so ID 15 was generated at line 654 of commands. 654. All right. Push back. Okay. And then so we're pushing that onto the end of the command queue after we allocate it. Okay, that all looks good to me. So let's just confirm the theory. Oh, this game map, a lot of stuff I don't need open right now. Okay, so where is the loop? Here we are. So I just want to confirm, so we have ID 15 and 16 right now that are active. Run. ID 14. That's interesting. ID 14. I really should put the type in here. That would make my life a lot easier. Generated combat line 72. It should be the take damage. And 72. Show damage indicator. Okay. 15, 14, 15, 14, 15, 14, 15, 14. Interesting. So, okay, first of all, before I forget, go back to the debug code here. And we're going to say, first of all, let's clean this up a little bit. Debug, and then take this. Okay. Command. Type. So, command dot type. You know, I could add a flag in the console, in-game console, so that I can just turn on command debugging whenever I want. That'd be nice. Let's do that. So I'm going to go to the game state object, game state data, and then just add another debug flag, which is debug command generation. And then in the console commands, we have these toggle. I'm going to say toggle command generation debug. And then command generation. And we just output the toggle value to the console. All seems fine. All right, let's add this to the list of commands. Yeah, these aren't in alphabetical order. Okay, so command info. T command toggle command debug, I guess. Print debug info on command generation to the console. And the pointer to that. Okay. Cool beans. So now we just got to take this flag and in here version debug interface. If game state, then in addition to printing it out to the Windows console, we'll also print it out to the in-game console. Yeah, here we are. Here's an example. So commands. You know, I'll just create like a temporary buffer on the stack. It should be fine. This is just debug strings. So car 1024 buffer equals void initialized, and then auto writer equals buffer sliced, and then we will just change this to this. So we're writing that into the buffer. Oh, do I have an example somewhere of where I'm doing the length calculation? I think I do in the debug overlay. No. I can't remember where I had that code. Well, I'll just have to rewrite it. So the commands. So we have the writer, and so it's just buffer, the initial length of the buffer minus the remaining length of the writer. So auto string length. So now we want to flush this both to the console, to both consoles. So so we have this output buffer. So we want to put, it's buffer first, right? I can never remember whether it's buffer then writer or writer then buffer. Console commands. Buffer then writer. Okay. So commands then 0 string length, and then log. I want to do the same thing. So cut this, paste it here, and then we're going to write line here. Okay. Okay, so that's all for future help and debugging. That doesn't help me right this second. Okay. Okay, so why is the ID of the command with the ID of 14 and 50 never being removed from the queue? Command's not finished. Command did not use turn. Command type is 2. So 0 is pushback. So is command finished? Okay, so show damage indicator. Freaking inline functions, I swear. The compiler inlines all the functions that you mark as inline, even in debug builds. But the problem is that freaking completely screws up the debugger and has no idea what to do. So commands find true. Replace this with this and do that. Okay. Place all. Okay. Define identifier UI. Right. Static import console. Run. Oh, wait, I want to get rid of that. And, okay, yeah. Okay. Add the skill, turn off AI, and set to command debugging. True. Awesome. So now, and we're printing to the command. Look at that. That's not right. Yeah, that's not right at all. It should be a go to location command. Oh, I shouldn't have closed that. Damn. So player input line 252. Right, because we're setting the type after it, so of course it doesn't know about that yet. Maybe we should print the debug information when we add the command to the queue and not when... Yeah, that makes sense. So if I grab this and down here, then take this, add it here, and then we're also going to want it here. That all seems fine. So we want to say command added to the back of the queue at, then boom, command added to the front of the queue. That all looks fine. Okay. So now if I go over here and I check the log, it should be go to location commands. All right. So reload the level, toggle AI. Okay. So over here, then turn AI generation back on. Then add the spell. Okay, soft lock, pause. Okay. So we have the pushback and the show damage indicator. That all seems fine to me. Okay, so back in the game. Here. Actually, you know what? Here. So we have ID 11, ID 12, 11, 12, 11, 12, 11, 12, which tells me the show damage indicator, the first one, wait, 13 is removing itself correctly from the queue for some reason, but 11 and 12 are not. Okay. Damage indicator. Yeah. It's the problem with the frickin'... Wait, ID 11. Next is 0. That doesn't make any sense. Because 11... added to the back of the queue, added to the back of the queue, added to the back of the queue. So it should be 11, 12, 13. So 11 should be pointing to 12. What am I missing here? Is it just not loading the... It might not be loading that in memory correctly. Because, like, all this is broken. It doesn't work. Let's, print that out, shall we? Just to double check the debugger. I really hate the fact that I have to double check the debugger, but... You know what? This would be a good time to test out LLVM's debug information generation for D, because DMD is slightly broken, so we can try LLVM. So let me go over to my build script, build Let's go over to the flags. Where did I keep those? Here we are. Okay, debug flags. Yes, okay. Command. So let's do, the game's closed. Okay, so build. I forget what the flag was. How did I set the compiler? I don't remember how I did that. Oh, that's right. The compiler is just chosen by the thing that you're running. So, is LDC set up? LDC is not set up. Can I have multiple of these Visual Studio consoles open at once? Is that a thing? What is this called? This is called Native Tools, x64 Native Tools. x64 Native Tools for command prompt. Yes, I can. Haha. Okay, so users, me, dlang, ldc, activate.bat. Okay, so E drive. LDC2. Okay, so dash run build.d error. Why? What? Okay, I don't know what that is. Did I have some sort of... Oh, some sort of debug print I left in there. Okay. Okay. So we've built it. So just to double check, so the time is 11:42. MagicGame.exe 11, yeah, okay. Cool, cool, cool. Okay, everything looks like it's still working, which is great. I need to add like conditional parsing, like of double ampersand and things to the console, so that you can run multiple commands at the same time. Not right now, though. So, oh yeah, turn. Well, actually, I don't think we need to turn AI back on. Yeah. Okay. So, pause. Nope, still freaking broken, even with the... That's a pain in the ass. Let's just make sure. Come over here. Yep. Oh, that is broken. Okay, so LDC did not help us. Oh. Good to know, at least the LVM build is way slower, so I'm glad I don't have to rely on that. Okay. That doesn't help us right now. Okay. So first things first. Let's double check that the next pointer is actually broken. So where is the... Here. So I want to and then tab. Okay. Yeah, if I had it double ampersand, I could just put it all in one command and then just I would only have to hit up arrow once. Why? There. Push. Okay. How is that possible? What the hell? Pause. So go all... Ah, dang. Okay. Well, okay, let's try this again, but this time we're going to turn VSync on. And we're going to try to catch it as quickly as possible so that we can see the history of that. Push. Okay. Pause. Okay. Here. Zero, 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 4. Okay. So 5 is pointing to 4. 5 is pointing to 4. Five is pointing to 7, and then somehow 5 no longer points to 7, and 6, dude. Because it should break out of the for loop at that point. And command pointer is set to the command queue, the front of the command queue. So if we're setting it to null, so if one of the commands is null, next pointer is null, it should end up setting the start of the... It should end up setting the start of the linked list to null, which is effectively clearing the linked list. So I don't understand how it's possible that we could have a null next pointer and not have an empty command queue. Okay, I'm going to do this again, but this time we're going to print out the pointer. Balls. Forgot to reload. Okay. Pause. Pause. Okay. Okay. Pushback. Okay. So, ID of 5 has 330, and then 618. 5 points to 6, and 6 points to nothing. 4 points to 5. That'll make sense. So 4 is pointing to 5. 5 is pointing to 6, and 6 is pointing to nothing. Okay, and then at some point here, this all changes. We're adding another show indicator damage command. Show damage indicator command. And so this, 7's pointing to nothing. 5 is now pointing to, is still pointing to 6. Yeah, 5 is pointing to, and then 5 ends up pointing to 7. Why? So we've got 5 pointing to 6, and then all of a sudden we're back to 5 again, despite 7 being, so 6 is pointing to 7, and for some reason the next command in the queue, oh, okay. So the only time that we would not process the whole queue is if one of the moves is listed as blocking. Yeah. So I need to print even more information here. Okay, so we're going to say pointer. Then next. Then type. Command dot type. Okay. Run. Okay. Boom. Pause. Boom. I forgot freaking spaces. Here. Okay, and then down here. Here. Okay, so we've got we got 12 points to nothing. 10 is pointing 618, which is 11, and then 11 points to 12. So 10, 11, and then 12. Yeah, okay. So that's all fine. And then all of a sudden 10 goes, and then it goes crazy. And it's like now 10 I'm going to be pointing to 11. Excuse me. 10 is now pointing to 12. 12 is pointing to nothing. And neither of them finish for some reason. So 11 is a pushback command. So I guess it finishes? See, this is one of those unfortunate bugs that's not really debuggable in a debugger because it has to deal with data changing over time. And this is one of the worst things to debug because you just have to look at a crap ton of console output. It's really annoying. Okay, let's fix this. Let's fix up. Yeah. So we're gonna say ID. ID space that, and then pointer and okay, so what was the other piece of data that I wanted? Yeah, so is it finished? That's, yeah, so I'm just gonna if is command finished. Finished. Okay, so just let's double check this pointer removal code. We're gonna say that the command Q should move on to the next item so we're setting the linked list in the command queue to the next item. That makes sense. We're setting that to the front because this one's done because it's finished. And then we're saying the next pointer on the one which is finished, we're setting it to the head of the free list. And then we're setting the freed list to this current one so we're effectively pushing the finished command onto the front of the freed list, which all makes sense to me. This doesn't look right. Because, okay, so command pointer, the command pointer variable is pointing to the start of the command queue, right? Are we modifying? So here we're setting the. So here's what I'm confused about. How are we making sure that at the end of this loop, we're resetting the command queue properly? So like, you can have multiple queues. So this is looped over once in a frame, right? So you can have a turn, which has multiple actions. Those are represented as commands. And those commands aren't finished in a single frame. So we're going to loop over those commands. And at the end of that frame, the command queue should still be pointing to the first command that was generated by that turn. I'm going to take a quick break. Stay down, puppy. Okay. What happened to my... Whatever. You know what? Doesn't matter. Okay. All right. Okay. Coffee. Bum 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 bum. Bum no 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 no. Bum 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 bum. Bum 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 bum. Okay. Okay, so we got this linked list and we're starting the linked list. The start of the command pointer is pointing to the location in memory, which is okay. We have the same sort of logic in the sound mixer. So how? Okay, so yeah. What I don't understand it, so we're taking, so this code works, it loops over the playing sounds, but so we have a pointer to a pointer, and it's the address of the start of the list, and we're modifying, oh. Well, no. Yeah. Just so I understand better. Yeah, this is a playing sound. Just to make the code more readable for me, not use auto there. Got loaded sound. Playing. So playing sound is the address, but the playing sound pointer, I don't understand. It's been a while since I looked at this code. So playing sound. I could understand if it was like this, because then we're just copying the pointer value, but we're taking the address of the address of the start of the linked list, and we're modifying that. So shouldn't it be borked the next time that we loop through in the game loop? How are we resetting? Unless I'm really misunderstanding something. I think I'm really misunderstanding something here. So let's do this. I feel stupid right about now. Ugh. I'm missing something really obvious. Yeah. Okay. So, following eye, push. Ugh, okay. So push, push, pause. Do that every time. What? Oh, I paused it before I could print out that whole thing, I suppose. Okay, so oh, so we're not even... It's stuck in that loop. I thought it was still doing the game loop. But no, okay. We're just completely stuck in that. But the thing is, so a linked list could have an infinite loop in it because, like, you have, like, 2 items in the linked list which just point to each other, and so you'll just spin your wheels forever. But that's not what's happening here. Because we have ID 10 points to null, and we have ID 11 which points to null, which doesn't make any freaking sense at all. So let's go back up. Windows console. This is text. Like, have an infinite scrollback buffer. I don't understand. I have 32 gigabytes of memory. You are not going to fill 32 gigabytes of memory with my scrollback buffer. I guarantee you. Windows, you're killing me, Smalls. I need that data. Alright, gotta be quick on the draw here. Okay, so over here, scroll here. Bam. Okay. Oops. Here. Shoop. Okay. Excuse me. I need to add another. Okay. Then end. Then we come here and we say show damage indicator finished. The music stopped. Hold on. Okay. Have I really been streaming for an hour already? Gosh, I barely got it. Ugh. It's one of my less productive sessions. Lesser. Whatever, English, man. Okay, so each of these is getting finished. Why? Okay. finished. It should come down here and say command pointer. So finished 5, finished 6, right? So finished 5. Next. Finished 5. Oh, I keep making that mistake every time. Finished 5. Next is 330. Where the hell did 330 go? 330 is 7. So it should have... And 7 was never finished. And somehow 6 came back in when it was already removed. So I got an idea. So the first thing I'm going to check is, I'm going to check if this free list thing, if we're not zeroing the memory correctly. So what I'm going to do is, I am going to stop this. And I'm going to go over to our commands file, and I'm going to just say that's interesting. Wait, we're if the freed list is not okay. Okay, yeah, because then down here we'd be setting command next to the proper thing. Yeah. Yeah. So, So just for debug purposes, I'm just gonna do this and say command pointer. You know what? Actually. Oh wait. Okay. You know what? Yeah. So just for my sanity, I'm just gonna do that, and then I'm gonna say command pointer command. So this is really inefficient because we're allocating a brand new command every single time, but I don't care because we're just debugging. So make, and then we're zeroing it so that we'll set the next pointer to null. So let's see if, every single time, let's see if that fixes the bug. Well, first of all, let's see if I can, you know, they're moving around and I'm moving around. Okay, reload the level. Oh my gosh. Now reload the level. Skill. Oh, that is too fast. That is a bug, because it should not be doing that. Okay, so push, and then I have to be quick on the draw. Bam, bam, pause. Okay. Okay. Oh, right. I wasn't gonna test it. Continue to go. Do we still have the bug? Yes, we do. Okay, so that's not the issue. I can't even, yeah, so we're just stuck in the infinite loop still. So that's not the problem. The problem is not our handling of the free list. That is good to know. Okay. Okay, Okay, so what's happening is the commands are getting finished, but they're not getting removed for some reason. Did I close the game? Yeah, I did. Okay. So move the current. Freed. That makes sense to me. We're pushing. This makes sense. We're pushing it onto the top of the freed list. But then we have. So with the current command, we're saying the next one should be the command pointer. But for some reason, that's because I'm an idiot. It's because I'm a moron. It's because I'm a dummy. That's why. No, wait. We'd be taking the address of an old... We'd be dereferencing an old pointer. No, that shouldn't matter. Wait a second. Wait a second, wait a second, wait a second. No, no, no. No, no. Okay, so command pointer. Command pointer should be null at this point. Who the hell is that? Someone was in my yard. Okay. Command pointer. Command next. And this is null. So when we break, we should say yeah, breaking out of the loop, but we never break out of the loop. We never Hold on. Hold. Close this. Hold. So. Oh my gosh. Pause. Do either of these commands block? I don't think they do. Command build does command block. So pushback is false. So damage indicator is false. So that means in this loop, this never happens. And we come down here and we say command pointer is command.next. But command.next is null. No. No. What the hell? Finished. Should break is false. Yeah. Command.next. Yeah. Okay. Okay, I think the... Yeah, the line counts are wrong. Okay. Yeah, so that was messing me up. Okay. Okay. I should just have a... Make it so that in God mode, just there's no limit on the casting range. That would make my job a lot easier. So we're in the infinite loop. Pause. Here. Run. This should be a null pointer dereference. Wait, what? Was I misreading the freaking debug output this entire time? No, that can't be. No, that can't be. How? Here, it's null. Show damage. Pointer. Next, null. Yeah, so command.next is null, and then all of a sudden, command next is not null. What the f... Command next null. What is happening? Pause. Okay, so now something's really messed up. Now we're somehow in an infinite loop in the right. Oh my goodness gracious. Okay. Okay. Run. Nope. Just far enough. Nope. Push. Bam. Pause. Okay. Run. Run. Okay. Step over. Okay, so next is null. Where does this... Command pointer should have been set to null. Why isn't command pointer set to null? The dog wants to be let in. Okay. More coffee. All right. Okay. Why the hell wasn't the command pointer set to null? Where's the game state? This thing isn't working. So we should come to here. Command pointer. And then so right now, command pointer address is pointing to 330. Oh. 098. No. Yes. Okay. Then step over, and then it gets reset there. Okay, what are we doing in the sound mixer? Because that's working correctly. Where'd the sound mixer go? Here. So if the sound is finished, don't do this. We're only doing this if it's not finished. So I guess we should do the same thing here. Oh, okay. I think we should only do this if it's So what I think is happening here is we have these commands which don't break out of the loop because we want them to execute concurrently with other commands in the queue, in the game loop. And because we're not breaking for those commands, we're coming down here and that's overriding this. Okay. So we should only do this if the command isn't finished. So that my big mistake here was not doing this. Because if the command is finished, we do this pop on to the, yeah. Yes, so that was my mistake. That is what I misunderstood. And that's how we got the infinite loop in the linked list. Ah, man. One small mistake when I was copy and pasting code led to an hour wasted. Bum 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 bum. Nope. Bum bum. Okay, so I'm moving. Those guys are moving. So why is the scroll delta so screwed up? Mouse wheel scaling. It should be. Let's set it to something ridiculous. Like. There. That's better. Okay. Anyway, so toggle AI, toggle command generation, add skill. Push. 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 Hey, look at that. And the bones are rotated. No, so I should be bigger. Well, we fixed the main bug. Well, it took me way too long to figure that crap out. Why did it go back to... It rotated by itself. Whatever. Okay, we're gonna get rid... We need to get rid of all of these debug prints. See if I missed any. Okay. Fix bug in named processing non-blocking commands would loop. Okay, so that is not even the thing I wanted to work on today. Alright, so the thing I did want to start working on today, after all that, is actually trying to design a fun level with these new assets. So the idea is it's just going to be some very simple dungeon layout. So you start outside. Let's give me more room to work with here. So I'm going to make this a 100 by 100 map, resize, and we crashed. Cert allocator isn't null. I thought I fixed that. Whoops. So we forgot to set the allocator pointer, the level editor. I really did thought I fixed that, but whatever. Game map. Allocator. Where's the level editor here? New map. Why is this open? Okay. Run. Okay, now let's try to resize the map. Resize map. 100 by 100. Resize. All right. Excuse me. So I want to grab our entities. Whoops. Grab all of our entities. Move them down here. And then we only want a small start to the outside. So I'm going to brush, just boy, this movement is way too slow. Maybe I should have a separate movement speed in the level editor. Do. Okay. So bum, 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 bum. And then bum, 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 bum. Okay, save. Oop, no player entity. What? That's bad. Yeah, I bet. Okay, so yes. Data not found. Perfect. It's amazing. So where are we supposedly setting this? Entity config. That's not even the same loop. There. So it's this is the config file. This is the config file data. And the problem is we don't have a key? That should just be the string. What the hell? Okay, so first of all, fix the formatting here. I want to say entity config data, just so that makes it easier for me to understand. There. And then back up here, we just want to take this and bum 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 run bum. Okay, I have no idea how I'm going to get back to, but I guess we can just try resizing and see if we get the bug where there was no player entity before. Resize map, save. No player entity. Okay. Why? So if I do this and I delete and then I do this here. Okay, so we were able to write that successfully. So what got printed? Player. Okay, so the key is player. So what the heck's the problem? Let's go to resize map. I don't think I fixed this function after I changed the data format for the map layout, for the binary format for the map. Yeah. So what it's doing is, so beforehand the map data was just a map data, but now the map data contains both the entity positions and data for the level and the map data. So beforehand, when it was just the map data, I was like, hey, all I can do is just create a new map data in memory and then just reassign it. And since I'm using destructors, it goes out, the old one goes out of scope and it's just deallocated automatically. But now we can't do that. Okay, so let's clean this up a bit. Okay, so we're creating we also forget to set the wait, what? Oh, okay, yeah. So this is just reset the values for the UI number pickers. Yeah, that has nothing to do with the rest of that. Okay. So there's a lot of things we're not doing here. First of all, we have this temporary debug thing of we're storing the name of the map in the map binary map data. And again, that's just for debug. So right now we're not copying that. So new map data. So we got, yeah, here. So we're going to say new map dot map name length equal to map name length, and then map name. So new map dot map name is equal to, so that should be a copy because it's a static array. So that should fix that part. And then the other part was we need the entity data. So game map entity data. I wonder if that's non-copyable. Where is the entity data? Entity. It is not non-copyable. Neat-o. But this, no, it is non-copyable because this is non-copyable. Yeah, we'll just have to copy it manually. Or we just move it because the old, yeah, okay, so where is that? That's in, yeah, so it's source target, which is very confusing because put is target source. I hate that. Yeah, and move info is also targets. Ugh! Boo. It's too confusing to change right now. I'd have to find all of the places where it does that. It's too deeply ingrained in the code to change that at this point. So here, we're going to say source is going to be GameState.GameMap entity data, entity data, and then new map dot entity data, right? Okay, so that should fix the bug. And then edit resize map 100 by 100 resize, save, and then so we're going to reload the game, and that worked. Okay, so I'm gonna commit that because we're making forward progress. Add all git commit -m. Fixed a bug in the level editor where resizing map lost the entity data. Okay, so now we'll get there eventually. I swear. We're going to design a level. We're going to get there. Tile editing, very large brush, brushing the dungeon floor. And here, save. Okay, so okay, so now entity move. We need some walls. Oops. So we're gonna have like a wall here. Oops. Ugh. Okay. Okay, is the movement? No, I thought I fixed. So if I go to the camera movement scaling, 1.3, and then if I go back to the level editor, is that actually faster? Like, let's set it to like 2. Okay, yeah, that is faster. Okay. Okay, so we have this wall, and then the idea of one of the ideas of the level is that we're trying to teach the player about environmental interactivity. So,
is the dog sleeping?
Yeah. I want to make it so that, okay, so first of all, I only have a door wall facing that way. So I need to, let's open walls. Yeah, so I need to grab, so how big is it? It is 200 pixels? $200 pixels tall. I think. Oh, we're one short. Grr. So that is. Oh, I can just adjust it here. Neat-o. So 203? Oops, that's not what I wanted to do. I just wanted to change the size of the selection. I guess you can't do that manually? So it'd be 202 and 306. So I guess I was just looking at the wrong thing. Well, I guess we'll just have to get this right on the first try. Nope. Got that, and then... Okay, there we go. So, copy, new, create, paste, delete, file, export as PNG. We want, are you serious? Oh, all I did is I forgot to put it into the map data. So we didn't need to do any of that. So, images, door wall 002. Okay. So, game map down here. So why didn't it appear in the level editor? There it is. I just missed it. Okay, that was a giant waste of time. Okay. So, just want to put that there. Then, just so the player doesn't waste a whole bunch of time going places they don't need to go. Just wall this off. We'll make this look better later. Save, and then erase, and eventually we will add an FOV system, like a fog of war system, so that you can only see the things we want you to see, and the things the actual player character would be able to see. But again, not right now. We're doing level design right now. At least we should be. So, the first idea will be like, the player will be able to like see a door, but the only way that they can get through the door is if they think, hey, I need to use the spell that I just learned in order to clear the way. So like, we need to have some sort of barrier. Maybe this would be a good time to just... Okay, so before I go and cut it out again, we don't have... Okay, so I want this block. And then we'll put those blocks on either side here, and then we'll put a barrel in between there. Okay, so Photoshop, close this, no. No. So open, isometric, blocks, block. Okay. So this is going to be, how many pixels wide? Oops. So it's 401 pixels wide by 401 pixels tall. Okay, so four oh one. Okay. That encompasses everything. Yes, it does. Okay, copy, new, create, paste, delete, save. Oh no, we want to export it. File, export as PNG, and we want to dungeon block 001, save. Back in the code, we need to add an asset for that. So, one block 001. C, and this 70. Then back in the game map, bam, bam. I'm gonna have to figure out what the proper offset here is, but it is blocking. Do I have anything like this? No. So this is not going to appear correct the first time we do it. Oh, save, quit, run. No problem. Door wall 002 for tile type. Oops, did I accidentally overwrite the... Yeah. Boom. 002, 002. Okay. Okay. Run the game. Go to level editor. Did not load. Why did it not load? Dungeon block 001. Dungeon block. Ah! Dungeon block 001. So get rid of that. Oh, nope. Okay, so we need to figure out the offset. So here, it needs to go up by like, I think 100 pixels. So game map, -100. Put that here, and then no. Layer 2. Brush. Layer 2. Why is it going to the left? Did I put... Oh, I put it in the wrong freaking place. Of course. Duh. That's the X offset. This is the Y offset. Duh. Yeah, there it goes. Okay, that looks great. So now, what we can do is layer 2, we can make this look somewhat more better. Oops. Yeah, whatever. Why? Oh. I should just make it so that you can't select a tile while you're in eraser mode, just so that I don't ever get confused like that. Okay, so do we have like a half block? It's floor. No. Boom. Okay, we can deal. Hey, look at that Z fighting. That's fun. So... yeah, you can't really see what's going on there. Well, so if I... whoops. No. No, this is like an art problem. For now. Because we don't have half blocks. So I just want to make it obvious that there's a door there. And I also want to make it obvious to the player that they can't get in there unless they do something. So I'm gonna have an entity. I gotta fix that. Then entity. Well, the problem is that they could just attack these, right? So I need like a boulder. Because the barrels you can just push around. So, like in Pokemon, when you have the strength HM, you can push boulders around. And so that's sort of in the video game cultural mindset already. So I could do something like that. Do I have a boulder asset? No, that's not it. Props. Brick pile. Broken pillars. It's like a jar. Paintings. There's a cart. Why is that? What the hell is that spelled with a K? Whatever. You got pickaxes. You know what I can do? I can just repurpose this. So I can just open with Photoshop. I can come down here and I can, how tall is this? This is 77 by, so this 89 by 77. So 89 by 77. Copy, new, create, paste, delete the background. Our tiles are 200 by 400. So if I image size nearest neighbor 200, that's, yeah. And then shift the hue, make it brown. Pump up that saturation. That's not working. Can I do like a color? Solid color. Yeah, that's like a brown. And then I can do, what's that called? Blending options, that's it. This is going to be multiply. How do I... Can I multiply but only in like a mask? Darken, multiply. Because I don't want... I want to multiply, but I don't want to multiply the... so... Photoshop, multiply, blend, ignore, transparencies. In the layers panel, right click on the layer, left of your thumbnail, and then create clipping mask. Oh, well that worked. How about that? Let's make this a bit darker. Hue, saturation, wait. RGB, CMYK, HSB? Hue, saturation, light. What? That's, yeah, okay. Okay, file, export. So we're gonna call this like boulder 001.png. Save. Images. There it is. Rename, copy. So over in the assets file, we're going to create another new asset. Am I misspelling that? I'm terrible at spelling. Yes, I am. I forgot the U. U. Boom. Okay, so we got this boulder U LDER. So back up here is 71. Then add this to, wait, no, it needs to be an entity. That's right, not a tile. So because it's interactive. So entities JSON barrel shump shump. Go back to the assets, copy, boom, Boom. On death. Okay, so it will not have any hit points, but it will have, it's movable, it is not targetable, and it has a texture key, a Z priority should reposition. Yes, it cannot do any of those things. It's literally just something you can move. So that should be good. Okay, music finished again. Okay, so let's see. So that should be all we need to do in order to... it's still open. In order to add the boulder to the level. Wait, before... Okay, so... Entity boulder. Add another one. You got these boulders in the way. You know what? Actually, erase, erase, erase. Let's bring it out one more. Bum, 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 bum. You know what? That's really annoying. I'm gonna have to think about that some more, because this is gonna be a perennial problem with the art, that you're just not gonna be able to see stuff. Roller Coaster Tycoon 2 got around this by having the rotation. I don't think we want to do that, just because that's pretty complicated. Yeah, I'll have to think about that. But not right now. Right now, I just want to get a working level. Where'd that entity go? Yeah, okay. Gonna have to fix that too. Okay. So, save. Okay, so the layer 2, erase, bam, bam. Okay, save. All right, so the player starts the level, right? And they're like, oh, okay. That will be fixed the next time we reload the game. And you know what, let's do that now. Bum, bum, bum. Okay, so the player starts out the level, and they're like, oh, you know, I see the door. I want to go through that door, but I can't. I can't do anything. So what is this? We'll have to fix that particle system. It shrunk. So I'm going to interact with this shrine. And so now I have this skill, which is push. It's like, oh, I push things. So these things are in the way. So I want to be able to push them. Oh. Wow. Well, that is actually a harsh lesson. It's like, you could hurt yourself if you're not careful. So now I'm able to get into the level that I want to do, because I have pushed out of the thing. Boy, aren't I smart. I've learned how to push stuff, and I didn't even need a tutorial. Oh boy. So let's fix that particle system. So the magic shrine active. So we want to do, let's do 128, 128, and then end like 64, 64. Save. Okay. So yeah. So you just, again, a lot of the art stuff is all temporary. So that's just a very simple thing to say, hey, there's this thing you should interact with. So we need some sort of indicator to the player, though, that this is an interactable thing, because we don't have that yet. Well, like, I mean, some sort of thing where, like, you put your mouse over an interactable and it's, like, highlighted in some way. Because, like, first-person games have the button prompt where it's, like, press E to interact or something. We could change the cursor, because right now we're not doing anything with the Windows cursor. Right now it's for some reason, whenever I play the game, the Windows cursor goes into like the weight cursor thing. We need an in-game cursor. We need to clip the cursor to the bounds of the screen and then replace the cursor with our own thing. But again, don't want to do that right now. Just list of things that we need to add. So actually, let me write that down, because that's something that once I figure out how to do that on the Windows side, that'd be pretty easy to add. So so you want to say easy replace Windows cursor with in-game cursor, special cursor when over interactable or targetable entity. Okay. Just so we don't think about that. That'd be a good thing to do for another stream. Okay, so the player's like, okay, I've got this spell, right? And I can push it, and boy, aren't I smart. I went through, and now I'm in the level proper, okay? So, if they push the... So, let's just start with... Move this in here. And I want to make a room. Which is going to be something like, you know, just going to be a simple square for now. Might be too big. Brush. It's going to be like an encounter room. So I guess So this next room, I want the player to be like, okay, I can push, I can push items. Can I push enemies? And what happens when I push enemies, right? So I don't actually want... I don't want to make it possible yet for the player to be able to push the boulder into the level, because I want to make that sort of a surprise to the player that's like, oh, I can push things into other things and it'll act like a Newton's cradle. So what I'm going to do is, first I'm going to get rid of these. Get rid of that. I'm actually going to reconfigure this a little bit. So I'm going to take these, and then I'm going to put 2 blocks there, and then I'm going to move this up to here, and then change this, and then I'm going to erase... I'm gonna push these over here. And then wait a second. Go back to here. Move this one down. Then so it's not possible to block the door. Okay. So now I really gotta... What's happening there is like, it's registering a paint action even when I'm like clicking off of this part of the screen, and it's really annoying. I had to be more aggressive about my detection about clicking on the level. Okay, so eraser, get rid of these. So, I'm gonna move these down. Okay, so now when you're playing, you're like, I'm gonna come over here, interact with this, get the... Okay, so like these are like blocking my way, I can't do anything with them, but if I use this thing I just learned, oh boy, I can push it out of the way and I can get inside the level, oh boy, aren't I smart? Okay, so we're gonna make it so that there's only one entity in here, and we're gonna make it a smaller room. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Because those are both considered to be on the same... The way that I'm handling walls right now isn't really correct. But we can get around that for now by just doing that. Okay, so you come into this tiny room with this enemy, and he's gonna like attack you as soon as he sees you, and then you're like, oh no! And then the room is small enough that in order to attack him, with the push command, you'll instantly like realize that, hey, pushing A, I can push an enemy. B, when they hit something, they'll take damage. So save. So, you know, oh boy, I'm trapped. Oh no, what do I do? I'm gonna use this boulder and I'm gonna push it out of the way. And it's like, oh, he's not supposed to be able to see me. There's a long-standing bug in the FOV code. So, oh no, I'm gonna push him. Oh, and he hit the wall and he took damage. Look at that. Isn't that interesting? And he's fallen over. Oh boy. Okay, so now he's dead. Okay, so now what are you doing, dog? Okay, so we got this encounter with this enemy, and through that you learn all about how the push spell can be used to knock enemies over and also damage them. So actually, one thing that's kind of annoying me. Let's fix the damage indicator. So let's do 24, 24, BIM 64. Okay, so that should fix that. And then oh, dog wants to be let out. Okay. So excuse me. Okay, so we have this first encounter with this enemy in this like side room. And then what we can do is so first of all, I don't want to be able to, I don't want to let the player leave this room until they've defeated this enemy, which means I need to be able to give, first of all, I need to be able to have doors which are locked. And second of all, I need to have keys which go to specific doors. And third of all, I need to be able to have some sort of drop system, which I don't have yet, for enemies. So that's 3 different subsystems I need in order to get that result. So I'm not gonna do that right now, because again, I want to lay out this level right now. So again, I'm going to right now add locked doors, which needs you need a add specific item drops in the level editor to specific entities in the level editor, and then we need add locked door entity, and then we need an add inventory system, and we need excuse me, locked door entity, inventory system, item drops to specific entities. And then add system to tie specific keys to specific doors. All right, so actually, you know what? I think this is a good stopping point because I'm actually kind of getting hungry. So I'm gonna go eat, play with the dog, walk her, and then come back in a couple hours and finish this up. So we actually fixed a couple of bugs, and I'm actually happy that we've sort of got the idea of the level going. And this is getting the creative juices flowing. Okay. Stream's done.